most needed thing in African and South African football is structure. And this system helps to obligate structure into the administrative side of our operations.
It's made the league more efficient. It's made the league more professional, you know. That's always been the aim and what we strive for.
Greenforce South Africa is a Microsoft business partner. We deal with Microsoft Dynamics CRM, and we build specific to the sports industry solutions. The key here is to work with the experts in that field, and that's where our partnership with the PSL is so important. So we do a lot of business analysis, we understand their requirements, and we translate that into a technology solution.
I think it's long overdue that leagues and FAs and clubs are operating more professional, more transparent and more modern.
We have built them a number of modules. The first foundational module was the registration module, and that really allows the PSL to register all their players, in fact anyone who has to be on the field.
The online system enables us now to access it from anywhere we want, as opposed to it all sitting on one machine. And if that machine went down or failed for some reason, we would have no access to it. And it allows us to have a player passport, which we never had in the past. It's like a brand new car.
I think the stuff that comes on top of this makes it innovative. Registration is very basic, it's the foundation stuff, but what it does, it allows us to do things like add match statistics to a player. And a FIFA requirement is the player passport. So now what we can do online, anywhere in the world, somebody can log in and see for a particular player who he's registered for, who he was registered for, the yellow cards he's got throughout his whole career, red cards, goals he scored, appearances. So it gives a total picture of the player.
The stats portal was something that the league needed because there was no avenue for our stakeholders, our fans, to come out and view stats or media to compare games and stuff. So generally, you know, all the data from previous seasons and obviously the data that's been captured now online gets all put into one system, and it's able to, you know, generate unique stats that media can use to enhance their story writing. It's really revolutionized the way we do media operations here. The accreditation system, because it's an online form that media have to apply online, and service providers and sponsors, etc. All that information is stored, you know, on a database. So we send out invitations for matches, we send out press releases, we communicate via SMS campaigns because we have all that data. So, you know, also it allows us to see who's looked at invitations, who's responded to what games, and it's improved the overall service in the sense that we know how many people come to our games now. So for a particular game, we'll have 35 responses, 20 responses, those kind of things. So it just sort of streamlines the way we do things, and it's really been an effective communication tool for us because we have all the information. We can also break up every journalist into which province they come from, print and web media, electronic media, broadcasters, photographers. So it just allows us to play a bit and also just streamline the process of communication.
Project Scribble was phase 2. So in phase 1, what we did is data captured the match statistics. The match commissioner and match official would then fax the reports through to the PSL and would be captured into the CRM system. What we've done now is provided the match commissioner with a netbook. So after the game, he and the match referee sit down and capture it directly onto the netbook, which then synchronizes with the CRM database.
What used to happen was we used to get the match report, get the summaries, the match commissioner goes off with his report, I go off with my hard copy, and then we fax it off to the Premier League. And sometimes it happens that I have to travel immediately, so the Premier League only gets the report maybe the next morning or a few hours later after I've landed, and by then lots of time has been lost. It's cut out a lot of time, it's improved delivery to the various stakeholders, and I think by far it's been the best recording system that I've worked with in my career as a referee.
Project Knockout is the latest and greatest in our project management, our CRM strategy.
Project Knockout takes a new step from a more isolated project to a broader vision nearly of how to run the operations, the admin side, or in this instance a tournament, from the very first activity, meeting, whatever, to the very last final whistle of the project.
We use the CRM engine that we've created for registration and Scribble and media, as the foundation. Everything comes into that, so that becomes the engine that captures all of the information, all of the processes, all of the activities, and then disseminates it in the way we want to disseminate is using a calendar. Something that's simple and graphic, that people feel comfortable using, because that's one of our learnings from Scribble, is that you've really got to get the technology fit right, otherwise the technology will not be used. So the calendar will be the key, it will be the user interface. From that, people will get, all the stakeholders will get their relevant activities, to-do lists, and will be able to understand where in the process we are in terms of the competition.
Green4 works closely with customers like the PSL and with Microsoft to build innovative yet easy to use systems. We've been privileged to work with the likes of the FA, the British Olympic Association and the Rugby Football League, as well as numerous sporting events around the world. We believe our systems can help raise the bar in sports governance and also maximise sports revenue in years to come.